This is the Moonville Tunnel. Located in Vinton County, it was once part of the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad that ran through the hills of southeastern Ohio. The Moonville Tunnel was just one of several tunnels on that railroad. Over the years, those tunnels, along with several trestles along the line, would prove fatal to a number of people hiking along the tracks. After the railroad was abandoned in 1988, the tracks and the trestles were removed. All that remains of Moonville today is the tunnel that shares its name and the nearby town cemetery. Railroad workers hated working this stretch of tracks around the Moonville Tunnel, saying the line was so desolate that trains would be upon them with little notice. Trains could even catch people off guard on the old trestle located just west of the tunnel. That trestle marked the site of the last reported death on the line when a hiker was struck and killed there in 1986. At one time, as many as 14 trains a day passed over the rails of the old Cincinnati and Marietta Railroad. We're at the Moonville Tunnel. Unfortunately, a lot of graffiti. Very interesting audio in here as well. Here's a return visit to the Moonville Tunnel. It's our first time back here in really a couple of years. And Ron and Uncle Buck up in front of us there. Uncle Buck from Uncle Buck's. We're in southeastern Ohio, kind of between the communities of Mineral and Zaleski. And we're approaching the other end of the tunnel. Yeah, look up here at the
A friend of mine showed up at Uncle Buck's one morning and was telling me the story about spending the night down here the night before, and he liked to come down here and play music in the tunnel, and he was playing his harmonica, and he said suddenly an old lady appeared in front of him, and we're assuming this was the Lavender Lady, and she acted pretty angry with him at first, but he started playing his harmonica and she started dancing with him. And then he's guessing he must have started playing something she didn't like, but before the dance was over, she slammed him against the wall and disappeared.
Here is a sign here. This was actually repaired in 1903 and 1904. And there's the names of the engineering firm. We're in the Moonville Tunnel, and I hope on the recorder here that you can hear the sound of this tunnel. It is very impressive and very, very cool. Somebody spent a little time on this graffiti here of an old steam engine. And actually, there's a woman in front of the train there. And no, that's not the brakeman coming at us, that's Ron.
You know, some of this I consider art. They've taken a lot of time.
Very much so. I was just talking about the steam engine here and the woman.
Get another close-up of that steam engine. Very nice.
Sorry for the shuffling around here, see if I can change my point of view. And here we are at Moonville Tunnel. And last day of March 2018, and it's our first return visit here in a couple of years. Neat place if you've never been here. And once again, we're in the Moonville Tunnel, only this time at night. Here is the train image that we were looking at the other day, over here against the wall a little bit. This is total darkness, walking along the edge of the tunnel. So we are here. This is the Moonville Tunnel. I love the sound in here. And as we talked about on our day visit here, all of the graffiti. And some people took a lot of time with this. And here's the other end. Now I've seen several pictures taken right here that shows what appears to be a figure. And we're back outside now. There's the moon. Yep, there's Jason. Our crew and our guide. Now we were here, where's the picture? Right here. That's the picture that we looked at the other day right there. Again, let's just kind of be quiet and listen here. I'm looking down the old railroad right-of-way here at the moment. The entrance to the tunnel here. And up there, probably out of sight tonight, is the name Moonville. Yeah, clear up here. Yeah, you can, Jason's got a flashlight on it. I think you can see it there. Just to let you know for sure, that's where we are. And Jason, you said you've actually walked the whole trail?
I've walked from Kings Hollow to Zaleski. Several crossings. It's always adventurous. It's not a hike for beginners.
There you go. Wow, what a gorgeous night.
And there are no trestles. They're all been taken out. There's no
Right.
bridges.
Okay, we are back at the Moonville Tunnel, our second night visit, about a week or so after we were here the last time. We brought some different lighting equipment with us, and just wanted to come out and take a look and listen. Turn around back here and take a look back. Back there is Ron and our buddy Ralph, our crew member for the night. And again, this is our third visit here in the past couple of weeks, and our second night visit. And we did have one little piece of interesting audio from the first night visit. I'm kind of walking along the side of the tunnel here, heading toward the east end of the Moonville Tunnel. So if anything is here, we're not here to bug you. We just wanted to come out and take a look and listen again. But we did hear what sounded like somebody mimicking me the other night. I had said the word cool, and something fairly close to the recorder mimicked me when I said that. So feel free to mimic me again if you like. Ron and Jason following along behind back there.
I might be disoriented, but something spooks me. I'll let my instincts take over.
Much running.
I don't know if you can tell where the woods are illuminated outside the tunnel from standing here looking up.
Yeah.
I always thought it was really, really cool.
It is. That is, again, just enough moonlight.
Reflect off the trees, and I wasn't that Pink Floyd album cover or something.
Right. I really wish there was enough light to see that. Wow, very cool. And then with the stars out behind that tonight. And there's the opening here on the east end. Put a little flashlight action up on there. Now it's in this area right here that people claim to see a figure. And when we were out here the other night, we really didn't see anything. Like I said, we did hear a little something. There's Ron with the other night vision camera. And there's our buddy Ralph back here. You know, Ralph, there is a light behind you. Oh, I see. That's the lantern? Gotcha. I was beginning to wonder for a minute. There's our buddy Ralph Brown. Ralph helps us out with a lot of the video shoots. Watch right there. There were a number of people killed over the years in the tunnels and on the trestles. The men working on the rail lines hated this section of track because they said trains could be upon them before they even knew they were there. And there had been a head-on collision between two freight trains. That killed the engineer and the fireman from one of the two trains. I don't know if the other crew had time to jump or what. And Ron, you know, we were talking with Jason the other night out here. We were talking about this rail detective.
Yes.
And he was talking about seeing that signature, if you will, on some other graffiti. And actually the one that's down below Floodwood is real detective.
Well,
And not rail. So I assume it's the same guy.
if you go on the plains and get on the bike path down by Kaiser's and go left on that, where the highway crosses right there, you'll see one that says Rail Detective on it that's got a really nice picture on it as well. There's a lot of work went into that. I think that's representative. There was a lady hit on the tracks. Several people died on the tracks. 6, I think the last one died in 1986, was a 10-year-old girl got out on the trestle when the train came through.
And that occurred on the trestle just about probably 300 or 400 feet from us here now. The trestle has been removed, but it was just west of the tunnel. And again, trains would come out of the tunnel and catch people totally off guard.
I'm actually going to try to walk down that way and see if we can get at least a shot of the concrete if we can't get the shot across.
Again, let's be quiet for just a second and let's listen and see what we can hear.
Marietta to Cincinnati, a railroad line was laid. Through the hills of Moonville, there'd be a great price to pay. 8 miles of desolate track, you had to walk to Mineral Town, across 2 trestles where 2 souls were run down. Ghost of the Moonville Tunnel, they still walk the line. You can hear their cries at night. You can hear that whistle whine. Each night they race those trains on those trestles where they died. Stuck forever on the Moonville trestle on the Marietta to Cincy line. November 4th, 1880, 2 trains would collide. In the Moonville Tunnel, 2 men would lose their lives. They say Frank Lawhead and Charles Creech still walk the line. Stuck in the Moonville Tunnel, they walk that line. The ghost of the Moonville Tunnel still walk the line. You can hear their cries at night. You can hear those whistles whine. Each night they race those trains on those trestles where they died. Stuck forever on the tracks on the Marietta to Cincy line. Well, the town on Moonville's gone now, but a few souls still remain to walk the tracks of Moonville and watch out for those trains. And each night they race those engines on the trestle where they died. Stuck forever on the Moonville tracks of the Marietta to Cincy line. Yeah, stuck forever on the Moonville tracks of the Marietta to Cincy line.